Hello everyone, my name is Yuwei and I lecture at the University of Salford in Greater Manchester in the UK. I was trying to be a sociologist and I have a long-term research interest in understanding the socio-technical dynamics in open source software communities and hacker culture. So over the past decade, I've been interviewing and participating in community events, trying to understand the community dynamics basically. So I've taken a lot from the community, free and open source software communities, in order to progress with my academic career. But in terms of OpenStreetMap, as well as some open source projects, I would like to consider myself as a contributor as well. So my contribution, well, I'm a casual mapper. I created POIs, and when I go to visit my parents in Taiwan, I try to help them to build up the OpenStreetMap communities there. So I organize some mapping parties. So if you go to the OpenStreetMap wiki page, you can see the mapping parties in Taiwan, and I was heavily involved in the translation as well. And today, I would especially like to introduce two projects. And then the first project is a project I and my colleague Nick Lockwood will secure some internal funding from the University of Salford to look into the business models and the community engagement strategies for Maxamundo, which is a location-based media platform and is based on OpenStreetMap. So the developers actually take the OpenStreetMap and a mix of open source software as well as proprietary software to build this multimedia platform, allowing people to upload the multimedia files. And so it functions a bit like Facebook as well as Flickr if you want. So on this platform, you could create your own specialized, not just adding POI, but you could create your own channel, and then you can share the information on the channel with the people you like. So it functions a bit like a Google group. So for instance, we've been trying to engage two communities in Manchester at the moment. One is called Manchester Modernist Group, and this group, they are especially interested in modernist buildings such as 20th century buildings. So you can see those buildings are presented and then located on the map. And then so you can subscribe to their channels, and then you could share the information. We've also tried to engage with the open data group as well. At the moment there's nothing. Basically we try to kind of put some data from the data GM, which is the archives of all the open data from the Greater Manchester councils and over there. And so this platform allows people to personalize some of the multimedia things. Yeah. So, and then we also have idea about, do a little bit location-based retailing. So this will provide a very it's a proof of concept of what people can take in the OpenStreetMap to build some services. Although you see, itself is not an open source project, but it does have utilized various components. And the other project I would like to introduce is not based on OpenStreetMap, but then they would heavily benefit from the contribution from the mapper here, which is called Sukey. The Sukey project, I came across to it last week actually when I went to Oxford. The Ostwatch there organized a context-aware mobile technologies workshop, and it's basically a platform allow the demonstrators and protesters to keep themselves informed and mobile when the police try to cattle them. When you do the demonstration and the police will try to circle you and try to clamp you so that you couldn't brace and then you are so tired eventually just collapse and you couldn't do any damage anymore. But using, at the moment they are using Google Maps, so they use a crowdsourced report, tweets and SMS, as well as you can create, you can upload things directly to the map, and then you could actually tell each other which road has been blocked by the police and which road is still open, so the protesters can find their way out and safely go home after a peaceful demonstration. At the moment, Sam and Matthew, and they are based in London Hackspace, and then they would very much like to switch their service to OpenStreetMap, but they have very limited manpower. So if any developers here, they would like to help them, so you can go to the Sukey's website and try to help them. Okay, thank you very much.